Okay, shifting gears here now. Every couple of weeks, we take a look at the world of education because I happen to think it's extremely important, even though it doesn't get much attention, much funding, or much talk about on any of the news programs. In fact, you can probably add up how long anybody talks about education on the news, and it probably is less than an hour over the course of a year. Right. But I want to say hello to Kyron Harvell, who is a principal in the Lansing School District. Kyron, thanks for coming on with us.
Thank you very much. Appreciate being here.
I understand that you actually got into education, kind of an interesting sideways route. You had a master's degree in counseling. You were a guidance counselor for several years, and then you got into the leading in the school area. How did that affect your view as to what's important in education?
Well, as a counselor, I realized that I was only having an impact at a micro level, and I kept getting recommendations and support from other mentors and leaders in the district saying, you really need to look at getting into administration, becoming a principal, so you can have more of that macro impact. And I noticed that once I moved up a little bit and became a principal, I could not only just impact those individual kids and individual groups I was seeing, I had more of an impact on a lot more students, families, and could really become a leader in the community. So that's what kind of made me want to go from counseling to being a principal. Also, my experiences growing up in the city of Flint, where I had some experiences where my guidance counselor actually told me that my best bet would be to rap or play basketball, even though I had a 3.5 GPA. And I was not prepared for college when I went to Michigan State. I saw my counterparts doing extremely well academically. I was actually in probation my first year, came home and was at a store called Meyer and ran to one of my teachers, and he informed me, Kyron, we were preparing you guys to go work in the shop, one of the plants in Flint. Didn't expect you guys to go to a big university like Michigan State. I never want another kid to experience that, and I knew from that moment I had to get into education.
Wow. Mm-hmm. You know, you speak of being often as a voice for the voiceless. Who do you think is voiceless in today's educational system?
There are so many people, not just people of color, people with disabilities, people in poverty, people with mental health issues. There's so many people that have been shunned. Either they don't have a voice, their voice has been shut down, or they've just been marginalized from society in terms of access, equitable access to resources. So there are plenty of people that are voiceless. The pandemic has added on to a number of people that are voiceless. There's a class issue, race issue, culture issue. There are tons of people that are voiceless. And I'm actually in my doctorate program right now. We just finished reading a book called Cage Busting Leadership, and it talked about the importance of being fearless and taking risk. And I just feel that I need to be that voice for the voiceless, be fearless, and do what's best for those that cannot advocate on behalf of themselves.
Well, I think it's fantastic, and I think the story you just told needs to be told multiple times over, because if you're preparing for low expectations, you're going to get low expectations.
And lower.
And so when you set them high, you get kids who are aspiring to be high. What a great inspirational story. Keep doing the great work you're doing, Kyron, there, and thank you for spending a couple minutes with us.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Kyron Harvell there, principal in the Lansing School District. Good work there. Boy, does that story.
That happens more than not, too.
Oh God, Kenny.
I mean, I can tell you.
We see it at the Safe Play Center all the time.
I've seen it happen, man.
Yeah.
Tell a kid, you never be nothing.
Okay. We didn't think we were preparing you for college. We thought we were just trying to get you to work in the shop.
Right.